Welcome to the fucking Australia podcast where we talk about why fucking huntsman spiders are crawling up my over there in Australia.
I'm gonna have to cut that one out. You went
No, that's
crazy
good.
on it. Okay.
That's good. That's not even a bad one.
Welcome back
That wasn't
to
even
the
that
pod. Welcome back to the pod. I think it's week 32 or something of this beautiful podcast on this beautiful day. Dog cameo. Pretty good time.
Yeah. They don't pay me to pay attention to the numbers here. They pay me to yap on the mic. And in fact, they don't even pay me at all. There is no they, it's just us.
Yeah. I mean,
that's it. It's just us.
If this pod turned into like a 60,000 viewership every week kind of thing, I could try to make a company out of it and try to get watch time hours to work out so I can actually get paid for this.
Maybe we can make an LLC.
That's what I was joking of doing on one of my resumes. I have it so that every single podcast counts as like a week in a business, and I labeled it like MWT group or something like that. It started in January to present.
Dude.
And it's just holding on the resume.
That is a sick grift, dude.
Yeah,
that's so good.
It's my escape clause on my resume so I can actually get some so they think I'm actively working. Which technically this is an active work. We do it every week.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we just clocked in, actually. We just got to work.
Yeah, we don't have a higher up. It's just two fellas on a microphone. With
we make our own
guests.
hours. We make our own hours up in this.
That's the only rough part sometimes, because I do miss when we were closer to noon on recording these things.
Well, part of that has to do with
area, but
part of that has to do with my job being kind of sometimes, and then I had to get a haircut today.
You say it like you're pissed about it. I had to get a haircut.
Dude, I was thinking about growing it out, and I was gonna I left it up to a coin flip, and George Washington said, "Yeah, dude, you gotta do something about that. I don't care what, but you gotta do something." I thought about just shaving my head. I thought that would be a good idea. And then I thought
taxi driver your hair. Holy crap!
Didn't he have a mohawk?
Yeah, he had a very thin, very small mohawk.
Yeah, dude. What's crazy to me is that guy he could have gotten pussy from that blonde girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm probably as autistic as that guy is, and I can't get nothing.
Yeah.
This is an unrealistic movie, and this is bullshit.
But at the same time, like, a lot of people think that character is like the embodiment of a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
But he's also kind of like Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Like, society really fucked him up, and it turned him into that. You got to remember that part. It's not just, he's a crazy guy. Look how crazy he is. There's a reason why he got to that point. That's why the writing in that movie is so good, is because it literally tells you, oh yeah, this happened, and it messed with him, and this happened, and it messed him up even more, and then it keeps spiraling.
Didn't he learned what the Joker was, and he was like, I want to be just like this guy, and I'm going to drive the taxi and be like the Joker.
Taxi driver guy went into 2019 and watched the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix and learned everything about the Joker,
Yeah, he heard about Joker and was like, that's me.
He time traveled to watch that movie.
But the thing is, the taxi driver guy, Robert De Niro, he didn't even have jokes. I mean, the Joker, he had some jokes, like at the end of the Joker movie, he's like, what do you call car crash with a baby in it. Oh, a dead baby or something. And then which Robert De Niro is also in Joker.
This is an interesting connection. Maybe this is a very long sequel to Taxi Driver, and somehow this guy, somehow Taxi Driver guy, he survived in the end. Some magical way he got revived, and
I think
rekindled his relationship with society.
Yeah, I think the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie actually was not like based off, maybe like influenced by it. I know those two movies have like, aside from Robert De Niro being in both of them, they have some kind of like crossover more behind the scenes. Like the director was like, I watched Taxi Driver once and was like, dog, this is the best fucking movie I've ever seen in my entire life. The way that he drives the taxi just spoke to me in so many ways. So I had to make Joker just like Taxi Driver guy. And then I had to get Robert De Niro.
It's just creatives loving creatives, and I think that's really cool. I can't say the same for Borderlands, the movie, which I am going to bring up because that movie, according to a bunch of reviewers, in theaters yet? Yes, it came out last week.
Movie, I might go see that this weekend.
That movie, according to a lot of stupid little mongoloid reviewers, which means they're not all the smartest.
It means they're from Mongolia.
Yes. They are blatantly saying, this is a cash grab. This is a crash grab. Don't watch this movie. This is a cash grab. And I will describe some things I read up on that I might have moved around a couple thoughts. But here we go. They completely erased Brick out of the movie. No Brick.
Oh, there's no Brick.
There's no Mordecai in this movie. There's no Mordecai in this movie either.
They could have pretty much Joaquin Phoenix for Mordecai.
There's pretty much
just like Joker.
There's pretty much nobody from Borderlands 2 except for side characters.
What the fuck? Is Scooter in the movie?
No.
I might not see it then.
I don't even think they had that very quirky doctor guy.
Dr. Zed.
And Hammerlock or whatever that guy's name is.
Oh yeah, Hammercock.
They didn't use Hammerlock either. They did use Tanis, the doctor.
Is Tanis hot in that movie?
It's Jamie Lee Curtis. And then
she's an old bitch. What the fuck, dude? She's not an old bitch in the game. She's hot in the game.
And then Lilith.
That's bullshit.
Lilith is played by Cate Blanchett. And then there's Atlas, who is more like the Hispanic descent man from Tales from the Borderlands in this movie. And for some reason they make him like the dad of Tiny Tia or something like that. Like just some random bullshit writing to make it more dramatic near the end of the movie.
That's fucking stupid.
Tiny Tia's in the movie, and she's poorly written.
Tina, fake fan. Calling him out. Fake fan over here.
I'm saying it wrong. But Tiny Tina is in the movie, and they poorly wrote her, according to reviews. Also, her actress is just bad. It's like a 17-year-old from what I remember. I would not comment on this.
I didn't ask about. I never said anything regarding her age or her attractiveness, so I don't know where that came from. But continue though. Continue.
Also, they have Claptrap voiced by Jack Black because the original voice for Claptrap got canceled during Borderlands 3. I think he said the N-word in a Discord chat or something, and they fucking fired him. Which is ridiculous.
I'd hire that guy immediately. We need to hire him as the third mic, dude. Get him on as a third mic.
They put in Craig, but they renamed Craig to like Random Psycho 4 or some stupid shit, and he's poorly written.
You called him Craig?
Yeah, I'm tired, dude. I've been up since 6, bro. I'm fucking this up so hard.
I've been up since 5. You have no excuse, man. I'm bringing the fury. Dude, I'm like a fucking blitzkrieg.
I
See,
haven't-
look, you tying it in. Blitzkrieg. The guy's name is Krieg. See, look at me, man. I'm on top of it today.
I have not.
Take some notes.
I have not played a Borderlands since I completed the Borderlands 3 story when the game first came out, and that was 2019. But according to reviewers, this movie is poorly written. Oh yeah, Roland's in there, but it's played by Kevin Hart.
Is it Kevin Hart?
Yeah,
Dude,
he's fucking 5'4" or something. And they keep making height jokes. That's the only thing they wrote for Roland in this movie because of Kevin Hart is height jokes. Roland had more of a character in Borderlands 2 than this movie.
They could have thrown some fucking black jokes in there too if they're gonna talk about his height.
I fucking guess.
On.
I mean, it's just a very poorly written movie.
It's a rough life.
Yeah.
I know damn well as a black man, it's a rough life being that short. But if I was at 5'4", whatever AC/DC ass height Kevin Hart is, I'd be like, dude, just make the racial ones, please. Just whatever, just please make the racial ones. I hate being this tall.
It's just really weird to read all these reviews after they were trying to hype the fuck out of this movie for like 3 years. They were going, check out the movie we're making, check out the movie we're making. And then it's just ass. It's just complete garbage. The one review I saw compared it to Doom featuring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson when that was a movie.
Oh yeah. I forgot I forgot they did that, and I forgot that the Dwayne Suck My Cock Johnson was in it.
But guess what stupid shit they did this past week?
Yo, what?
At Gamescom, they were so stressed out about how shit Borderlands the movie is that they went, "We're making a 4th game! Stop looking at the movie! We're making a 4th game! Stop looking at the movie!"
Oh my god.
They straight up did that shit at Gamescom this week. I don't know who in the marketing department thought that was a smart idea to just, look at this, don't look at the movie that's in theaters for the next 3 weeks. Look at this. What are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? You're making it worse. You're not going, oh, well, we will accept refunds or something along those lines. Instead, it's, look at this other product. Don't look at our shitty film. Look at this other product. Can you imagine if the Doom movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson came out and they just immediately went, look at Doom 4! Look at Doom 4! It's so fucking crazy! Look at Doom 4! What are you doing?
It does surprise me that they would do that, seeing as how like everything's a cash grab now, pretty much, and that seems like Gamescom seems like a great stage for them to say, yeah, we have this movie out. You should totally go see it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Totally not shit.
Yeah. Instead, don't look at our movie. Look at our other product. Which is way worse, in my opinion. I don't think that's a smart strategy. And Borderlands 3 was already a teetering saw of good or bad. And then no one played Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I don't even know what the fuck the gameplay is in that game, but I know no one played it.
Yeah, I know the thing with Borderlands 3 is that the gameplay was really good, and the writing was absolute dog shit. I mean, you might as well have tried to get a monkey type, to type out Shakespeare or some fucking shit. Rather than actually work on a script that's that trash.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like the dialogue had like terms that have been like overused and expired, like from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think they said swag unironically throughout the entire game.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I feel like for a game like that, maybe do the writing not first. I know generally that's probably what you're supposed to do, but like at least like storyboard the thing out, start working on other shit, and then maybe start doing dialogue and stuff like that after. Start writing the fucking script just so that it's not like, because I feel like Borderlands 4 might be pretty good. I mean, I feel like the gameplay will be good, but I mean, if they fucking fumble the writing again, I'm gonna be like, bro, come on, come on, guys.
I'm not gonna say Wonderlands is a strike against them because I've never played it. I don't know if it's actually good or not. But I will say, from what I played of Borderlands 3, that is their first strike on this franchise. And in my opinion, it's the first strike.
First strike, Halo reference. Boom, right in your ass.
So I really hope Borderlands 4 is a return to form. And it's kind of like their Pokemon Generation 4 or 5 area, where everything just balances out really well, and everybody really likes it. That's all I can hope for at this point.
First two games are fucking goated. People are like, oh, Borderlands. The first Borderlands is like meh at best, and it's like, no, actually, you started out playing Borderlands 2, so you literally, I mean, it's like getting like going to a 5-star restaurant and getting a steak, and then you go to like a dive bar or a diner and get a steak, and you're like, oh, this steak is just like not as good as the one I had at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. It's like, yeah, because it's a fucking diner steak. Like, work your way up instead of like trying to talk down on a game that they were like just trying shit with, essentially. Because the first game is fucking awesome. The story's really good. The gameplay's kind of fun. The bosses are amazing. I played all the DLCs. All the DLCs for the first Borderlands game fucking rule. I'm sure I only ever played the Hammerlock one for Borderlands 2, but I know damn well, or no, that's a lie. I played the Halloween one or some shit like that, or the Christmas one or something for Borderlands 2 also, because there's a good farming thing for legendaries.
Yeah,
but
me and Patrick were abusing the shit out of that for like a week straight. It was so fun.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. It pisses me off when the first Borderlands game doesn't get the clear respect that it deserves out on the mean streets. You know.
I just I don't know. It's just weird that they go and have such a great game with 2, and then they take forever to make 3, and then 3 is just like good for half of it, is how I'll put it. Like, it's only half good. I will not say it's mid. I feel like it's a little better than mid. But it's still not. It's definitely not. It's still not a good form of a game, like 2 was, and that's why I just don't like it. Anybody that says Borderlands 3 was mid probably hasn't even smoked loud yet. I mean, 420 blaze it. Am I right? I would say like a 7.
They came out with Mafia
7.5
too.
maybe. Oh,
yeah.
They did announce Mafia.
That's a good score.
They did announce a new Mafia. It's going to be a prequel to everything. I have no clue how they're going to connect it. I have no clue how they're going to connect it, but I'm fucking hyped, I should say, for it.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a really funny game, too, because it's just a bunch of fucking, like, ethnic Italians or whatever, and those guys are, like, they might be the gayest Europeans. Italians.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this pasta not good enough. Like, quit being a fucking girl about it. They're fucking egg noodles. Just eat this shit already, for fuck's sake.
Do you think they're gonna be...
Oh, this meat sauce. It tastes like a ragu. Yeah, well, most of the world eats ragu, asshole. Sorry I don't have the fucking expendable income to go to your shitty country.
Do you think...
That's being... Go ahead. I was about to say something fucking horrible.
Do you think it'll be set in good old Chicago, or it'll be set up somewhere else?
No, it's in Italy. The fourth one's definitely in Italy. It's called the Old Country, is it not?
That'd be so fucking sick. I feel like...
Wasn't it Mafia 4 the Old Country?
Yeah,
isn't that the name?
Yeah, but I feel like...
that implies it's in Italy.
I feel like that's only going to be for like half the game,
That's what they call the Old Country.
Yeah, but I feel like...
No, if they're called...
I feel like it's gonna be just half.
If they're
the
gonna
game.
call it the old country, it's gonna be in Italy. No, there's no fucking way.
You
I
don't think there's
refuse
gonna
to
be a
believe
split
that.
there, where it's gonna be a 50-50 map?
No,
Where
no. It's a
half the
prequel.
game's in Italy and then it flies us over to Chicago for the other half?
Fuck no. Absolutely not. It's a Call of the old country. I mean, come on. We were like talking about Sopranos before this shit. I mean, remember the episode where they go to Italy, like, yeah, we're gonna go visit the old country. You know, we just got back from the old country. It's they're in Italy, so you just have a bunch of people that are like, this pizza tastes like a shit. This is not a real Italian pizza.
Where's the
it's like, okay,
gabagool? Hey, where the fucking gabagool at?
See, those are cool Italians right there. Like, hey, this fucking pizza from fucking D'Amelio's is fucking amazing. Yeah. Hey, you got a fucking bologna over there. You know, they just make up Italian words that don't mean anything.
Bolivo,
You got a ballerina. Hey, that's a ballerina over there. Yeah, no, that shit. Mafia 4 is definitely gonna be in Italy, and I watched the trailer, and they're using like the fucking like fucking Italian. Like, they're using, like, Godfather background music and shit. I think they're going to try and rehash Godfather 2, but they're going to make it Mafia 4, and it's a video game.
Do you think
that's my prediction.
Do you think half of it's going to be, like, just booze running? Or do you think there's going to be more to it?
I think there's going to be some shit involved with that. I think because the Italian Mafia... Well, the Italian Mafia is the only one, but I think that I think it's going to be a lot more hectic than you see maybe in the first 3 games because they're stateside and you know back in the old country.
What if it's all of
shit
Italy?
was just like popping off all the time.
What if it's all of Italy?
If it's all of Yeah, I thought about that. I don't think it's going to be all of Italy. I would be very surprised if they would do that. I think it's either going to be in southern Italy or they're just going to straight go Sicilian with it. They're just going to hit Sicily and you're going to get the whole island of Sicily.
I think I read the Wikipedia that it would be mostly Sicily, but I feel like there's no way they don't like expand a little past it at least. Like maybe another town over. I just don't know.
I could see them doing some shit in southern Italy too, because that was a big mafia area. Northern Italy, if I have my mafia history correct, was not comparatively not as much of a hot spot for like the mafia doing shit compared to like Sicily and southern Italy. So but I think like at baseline you're going to get the whole island of Sicily. Easily.
Man.
It's gonna be like Los Santos, you know, like an island
yeah.
you can just fuck around on.
I guess Grand Theft Auto officially got pushed back from March of next year to September, October, November area.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it.
Yeah. And they
Classic Rockstar.
They said it's nothing to do with the base gameplay. That's all complete. They said the only issue is cutscenes and troubleshooting. Because they've only done like 2/3 of the cutscenes.
They need to spend more time rendering the female protagonist's feet, I bet. Some guy,
I feel
one
like,
of the graphic designers was like, guys, we need to push this shit back now.
I feel like she wears like strappy shoes just like throughout the game, and they're just making sure you can see every detail.
Like fucking she wears Velcro New Balances like a special ed kid. That'd be crazy.
She wears fucking Heelys. She
Like
wears Heelys in the hallways.
Yeah.
Just fucking scoots by
it would
people
be insane
and shoots them.
It would be insane if like because they're trying to be progressive with like a WOC Protagonist. What if they just did a retarded person, like a guy with Down syndrome, and that's the whole fucking game?
I know they've announced
He's like,
2
give me
characters.
your money. I need your money right now. You need to give it up, Buster Brown.
They've announced.
I'm gonna shoot you if you don't give me your money, Buster Brown.
Well, maybe that's the Guy character, because he is a hillbilly-esque stereotype man. So maybe he has like severe autism and he hates his life.
Yeah, maybe he like drank drain cleaner as a kid or something, and it just fucked his whole life up.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, stick him up, I'm robbing your store, Buster Brown.
I don't know. There might be a lot of interesting writing. There might be a lot of interesting writing when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't even think they have an epilogue.
Yeah, retarded.
They don't have an epilogue.
Yeah, the retarded guy.
I know that.
Yeah, the retarded guy. They definitely need to do a lot of work on his dialogue. I think
he'll be a third character that you can switch to for 16% of the game, and then he gets shot in the brain.
Oh, that would suck. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at a deal. He's trying to get fucking Reese's Fast Break bars. He's trying to get a whole case of Reese's Fast Break bars, and he tries to get away with it, and without paying, and they shoot his ass.
Just fucking give me a fast break. I want your pay, boy. Get shot in the brain.
Yeah, he's like, listen here, I'm gonna pick you up if you don't give me all those candy bars, and you better give me some extra candy bars on top of that. I know
he
you
wears
have more.
a trench coat. He's trying to look as suspicious as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's like distracting a larger robbery as a different robbery, and then he gets his shit
he has a trench coat. He has a trench coat, and it's 2 really short guys with Down syndrome. One's on the other's shoulders.
Oh no!
And that's what the character switching option is that you just switch from the top Down syndrome guy to the bottom one. And they have like an old detective 1940s detective style trench coat.
I was just gonna say he's in like the middle of distracting people during a heist. So he makes a whole different robbery on the side so that I think it's Lucia is the Hispanic lady. Lucia and her husbando boyfriend can rob the bank. And then he goes, I want all you got, and gets shot in the brain immediately.
Yeah.
And they try to contact him, and they just hear... They just hear... And they're like, oh, fuck, he's dead. We need to get out of here. And then they leave without him, and they see his body get dragged off by the SWAT team as they start like looting him and figuring out why he was there.
Her fucking
shit.
Boyfriend, the two retarded guys, one in a trench coat. Her hot boyfriend, 2 retarded guys in a trench coat.
You know how in Mafia 3 they kind of like give you like a little prologue, and then it goes into a cinematic thing to show you what happened to Lincoln Clay.
Yeah.
I feel like they should do that with Lucia, and her being in prison is later in the game. And then she gets out of prison, and it turns out the boyfriend guy died while she was in prison trying to rob stuff. And her whole plot point for the last act of the game is to get revenge on all the people that screwed them over. And then she gets put in jail again. And that's how the game ends.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how crappy the writing's going to be for that third act.
Yeah, well then when she gets out of prison, she meets her new boyfriend, 2 retards in a trench coat. And that's her new running partner.
I don't know. Maybe they'll reference Michael, and they'll reference Franklin. I don't know if they'll reference Trevor. They might say that whatever the option where you kill Trevor is canon, and then be like,
Yeah.
and there used to be a crazy guy, but he got killed by those two other guys or something.
I'd be so pissed if they did Trevor like that, the way that they did
Nico.
fucking what's his face from the Lost MC.
Oh, fucking
like,
Johnny.
Yeah, they had a whole thing.
They fucking stomped
they had
Johnny's
a whole
head
fucking
in.
story. Yeah, they had a whole story for him, like from Lost in the Damned, and then you're like, they bring him back, and you're like, oh my god, it's the guy from the other game, and then he immediately just gets his head caved in by Trevor's fucking boot heel.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they'll do some crazy shit like that, and the hillbilly boyfriend, somewhat autistic guy, he like finds Trevor in one of the like trailers, and he just throws a thing of C4 at him and blows him up immediately to start the game. He goes, "Hey Trevor, fucker," and he throws a C4 on his trailer and kills him. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, Florida would be a good spot for Trevor Phillips to go. Realistically,
I feel like Franklin
just with all
could
like
be
the
an
crack
executive
shit we've
in that
seen in the
area
trailer.
too.
Yeah, potentially. It could have some mergers and acquisitions over there. That was a GTA mission reference.
I think he did make his own company, his own agency, and it's called like Clinton Agency or something. No. So maybe they reference the fuck out of that for real. Half the game and make him a bad guy. That could be the way they put him in.
Yeah, yeah, he has his own company, and I think Dr. Dre is involved or something like that, because I played through that shit on... and I'm pretty sure Dr. Dre's involved, and like Lamar's there.
It'd be funny if Lamar came in as the connector to showcase like your character switching ability, and you just switch to Hillbilly Boy and shoot at Lamar for no reason. Like the game pretty much just does a Joel from The Last of Us Part 2 and makes you kill a guy that you really liked from the other game.
That sounds lame. If the game did that,
that's why people don't like Last of Us Part 2, man. The rest of this game's
probably going to be shit. I would immediately be like, the rest of this game is going to be shit. The writing's going to be trash. And if this is like a precursor for how like the mission gameplay is going to be, it's probably going to be trash too. I don't know. I personally, I don't have very high hopes for GTA 6. I think it's going to be kind of a shitstorm on launch day.
It's going to be garbage for I feel like 3 weeks, 4 weeks at a time.
Well, the other angle is that
just quality
like
wise.
people are GTA 5 was so fucking good, and I feel like people are hyping up GTA 6 to be something that it just can't be. If it is, then perfect, but personally I just feel like no matter what they do, it's gonna come out, people are gonna be like, oh well, I didn't like that they did this, and it was kind of not cool that they did this, and it's gonna be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like,
I feel like it's going to be more like...
Because I remember when GTA 5 came out... I feel like when fucking GTA 5 came out, immediately people that played too much GTA 4 and like didn't have a social life were like, well, GTA 4's graphics were a little better and the story, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's a new fucking GTA game. Like, and I you know, like... there's just an issue, I feel like, with people overhyping shit like that, and it's like, how, like, I just feel like at a certain point, it's like, no matter what the developers can do, the game is not going to be up to, like, a ton of people's expectations, you know?
I feel like
there's a whole meme that's been around for a while that it's like blank before GTA 6. Oh, we got Mafia 4, GTA 6. Yeah, you did.
We got LeBron winning another gold medal before GTA 6. Shit like that.
Yeah, like shit like that. Like,
I just think, I don't know. There's so many possibilities you can do with GTA 6. I did see some of the leaked gameplay a long time ago at this point in time, where I believe it's the hillbilly guy. You run into a mentor type guy. And I swear to God, the half of my brain went, is that Trevor? Because I'm so used to seeing Trevor in cutscenes. It was a totally different new guy, but my brain went, "Is that Trevor? I don't know." It was very interesting. Outside of that,
It'd be cool if they brought back Gay Tony.
Yeah. They go.
Because I feel like Gay Tony could be the one character that connects all three games together. You know what I mean?
I would like it if they kept like Jimmy from 5 and brought him over.
Yeah.
And he's like 34, he's skinny, he has kids, and he's like getting pissed off at a random gas station during like a Strangers and Freaks mission, and you have to like escort him out of there after he shoots the clerk and walks off. And then he gives you like $500 and he references Michael. I think that would be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, my dad would have never given me $500. Thank you.
He would be like, "Yo, man, thanks, man." But he would probably try his hardest not to say the N-word. He would go, "Thanks, my N-word," and then he would go back to his house.
Yeah. I still, the moment you brought up Jimmy, I just remember like that part in GTA 5 in the first part of the game where like Lamar comes up, he's like, "Who you calling, boop?" And he's like, "What? I ain't calling nobody, boop."
Yeah, he had to like
That
censor
shit's
himself
so
and
funny.
say my N-word, and then he said it after.
Well,
the
no,
fact.
in that first thing, no, in that scene I'm talking about,
Okay.
he just straight up says it. I didn't call nobody yet, you know, and I think that shit's so funny because like both Franklin and Lamar are like, man, this guy is really retarded. We can't even be mad at him. Like they're not even mad after he fucking straight up just says the N-word to their faces.
I bet.
I think they're more mad at Simeon in that scene actually.
They could have a cameo where like Lucia invades like a office space, and they reference Tracy in passing. Did you see that
They
new
reference
Tracy
Office Space, the
DeSanta?
movie.
Did you see that new Tracy DeSanta video or something like that? And then another guy goes, "Yeah, that girl."
Oh, she's an OnlyFans model.
Yeah, and they're like, "That girl's hot as hell. Thank
Yeah.
God for her." And they just walk by
That's
her.
a hot mama right there,
Yeah, they
homie.
just walk by her saying that, and then Lucia like could like raise an eyebrow to it and be like, "Who the hell's that?" And then just keep walking. There's so many things they can do referential wise, and you could even say there's a time skip because Franklin is now older in GTA Online, so you can say there's a time skip here. I don't know if they would do a 15 or a 12. I would guess a 12 is more realistic, but a 15 gives it more leeway for online. So I don't know.
I know. I remember back when there was like first talks about GTA 6 and what would be involved with it, and I remember one of the things they said was it would be way too difficult to make a GTA that's like in the modern day as of now. It seems like they're going with the modern day stuff, though.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it could just be like literally a 5-year time skip, and that would be. They'd be like, yeah, we're referencing shit from 5 years ago. Like, you should be old enough to play this game and remember 5 years ago because it's a rated M game.
Yeah.
But you know damn well there's going to be a bunch of kids that are like,
Why isn't there skibbity toilet in this?
and it's like, well, Skibbity Toilet didn't exist 5 years ago, so maybe that's why.
I don't know. I feel like the most time skip they can do is 15, and the least would be like 7.
Yeah.
And I don't know where
I
it
think
would
15
fall
would
in
be
there.
the max.
I don't know where they would fall in there.
Well, even
they could say
the max could only be 10 years.
They
The
could
max
say
can only be
COVID
10
year.
years.
I don't know.
Because GTA came out fucking 10 or 11 years ago, so that's really about
I'm giving some
I don't
leeway
think they
for
do
online
Black Ops 2.
in case they drag online.
Oh yeah,
on
online because
5
that has
over.
to keep going forward. I'm more talking about the story though.
Yeah,
I think the story is definitely going to take place at least within 5 years of where GTA 5 kind of left off.
So you're thinking like,
or it could just be they could just be like, it's online universe now, and you know, I don't know. I don't know shit.
They reference that like there was a weird little time skip with Franklin's agency, right? And they said it was like 2019 or 2021 in that. So, I think it'd be smart for them to be like, it is 2023, but the latest they can go is like from 2013, it'd be 2028 is the latest. That's the latest.
Well,
they
2028
can go.
hasn't happened yet. How?
Well,
No, it isn't.
It's just leeway.
You're wrong. I'm
It's
gonna
just
say
leeway.
that's wrong. That's wrong.
I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know.
maybe when 2028 rolls around and GTA Online's like, okay, yeah, we start implementing 2028 stuff. But the thing is, the reason a lot of the jokes in GTA 5 worked is because they were a product of the time. How are you going to make jokes that's a product of the time of a time that hasn't even happened yet? I mean, we're still 4 years, or 3.5 years away from 2028.
Oh,
So
fuck. Are they going to joke about crypto for half the game? Is that what their big draw is going to be?
I could see that.
Is going to be making fun of crypto the entire
I
time?
think they're going to do that.
They have Lester on the phone and he goes,
Yeah, they'll be like,
yeah,
we have Dick and Paul's coin. It's Dick and Paul's coin. It's amazing. Or they'll call Bitcoin shitcoin or something.
Yeah.
They'll do some fucking corny ass shit for crypto.
They'll call Bitcoin like my ass coin or something dumb.
This is alligator gas station coin. Oh my
Yo,
god.
that actually sounds kind of sick. They just start talking about all the types of weed.
I would.
We got alligator gasoline.
Yeah, they can start
That's
doing
one
weed.
of our fucking weed types.
Yeah, we
baby.
got alligator gas station weed. This shit'll put you on your fucking dick, boy. Right on there.
Dude, I fucking really hope they just overwrite the fuck out of it when it comes to all the side quests and stuff. And do you think they're going to bring back any strangers and freaks characters?
They might. Didn't they do that for GTA 5 from GTA 4? They brought some motherfuckers in for those or something.
They brought some of the like FIB people. They brought in at least that one dude that was in the GTA 4 heist with Nico.
They could get
Packy.
Brucey to base jump.
They added a.
They could turn.
Man. I don't think Packy dies, depending on what you do.
Packy, that's a very offensive word for somebody from Pakistan. Ulterior,
well,
come on, man.
It's also, I believe,
better.
the guy from GTA 4. So maybe he's the connector. Maybe he comes back in 6.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he references the trio, and then he references Nico. And he's like 56. They put Brucey in online, so they could bring Brucey back.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Like, they could make Brucey, instead of, like, doing, like, cliff jumping and shit like that, and skydiving, he could be a base jumper off of, like, buildings or something. I think that would be... That'd be a way to shoehorn him in at the very least.
They could reference...
I'm just trying to think of characters from the last... have a reason to be...
Do you think Solomon's
in Miami,
dead by
essentially,
now?
for the new one?
Do you think Solomon's dead now?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't
Solomon
remember.
is the movie
fucking
exec
guy.
that Michael likes. Solomon Richards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember.
He's like,
yeah, they could bring him back.
He's
He'd
like
be like,
late
yeah, I'm doing a movie in
60s,
Miami.
so I don't know. Maybe they would reference him and say he retired like 6 years ago or something.
Well, my grandfather is 82 years old.
Yeah.
So like, and plus like guys in like entertainment, they just don't retire as often as they should. You know. I'm trying to think that like
Clint
what's his
Eastwood
name from Casablanca.
Clint Eastwood's
Oh yeah,
still
Clint
going.
Eastwood. That's a perfect. That's
He's
actually
94.
that's the exact example I'm fucking looking for here. And he still does movies. He did Cry Macho like fucking 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he produced or he directed that movie The Outpost on Netflix that came out like 4 years ago or something. It was a war movie about Cop Keating and about like a Medal of Honor winner, and I think his son played the guy that won the Medal of Honor in the real life happenings that went on during that battle. But
They
no, like I could still see Solomon making movies X amount of years after GTA 5.
do you think Michael would still be a part of producing?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'll be honest. I never beat GTA 5, so like some of the shit. Like I didn't know he helped be a producer or anything.
Yeah,
I didn't know he did the
helped
AJ
produce
Soprano
a movie,
route.
but it was all like green screen and low budget, and it was really goofy looking. It's in a theater in the game, which I think is really funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it a good watch?
The guy that watched it,
Is it's The Godfather?
the guy I saw that watched it, he was like, "This movie is very poorly written, but I appreciate all of it." But yeah, they could add Solomon back.
I could say there's quite a few movies.
They could put Laszlo back in because last thing he did was nightclubs.
Yeah, Laszlo. Well, yeah, Laszlo he's a connecting character. Yeah, well, he's a connecting character from GTA 4. He has to. They're definitely putting Laszlo in GTA 6, dude. That's his grift, man.
Do you
Laszlo's
think he's
gonna
be the
there.
first
There's no way.
voice
I'd
you
put
hear?
$100 on it.
Do you think he's gonna be like the introductory? Okay, welcome back to another blah 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 on radio blah blah blah, and he just talks.
Welcome back to another GTA 6 day in GTA 6. I'm Laszlo, and this is GTA 6 radio.
I could hear him being welcome back
might.
to my amazing show over in San Elizo, I think is the name of this map. And I'm on WRX7. And then it goes, the game, or something like that.
WRX7.
Yeah, and it goes, the game. And then he's like, I watched as 22 men had a marathon. And then Lucia stops the radio. Wakes up.
What if they make Laszlo into a Mr. Beast type character?
Oh, that'd be sick!
Like,
I put him in as Mr. Beast.
10,000 people.
Dude, that's so sick. Can they reference Chris Tyson as a different character?
Funny.
Can they put Chris Tyson in the game?
Not anymore. Definitely not anymore.
They would have to be like, my friend Christina, who I fired, by the way.
Laszlo is Mr. Beast.
He goes, my friend Christina, who I fired
1 week ago,
who I fired not too long ago, showed back up in the news after she talked to the worst kind of things. Just some like crazy shit like that. Do you think they would put YouTubers in like every fucking shit game does now?
They might. If they throw Quebble Cop in there, I'm gonna be so pissed. I fucking hate that guy so much.
They put Mr. Boss for the
I've never
win
I've never heard somebody's voice. I've never heard somebody's voice like Quebble Cop's.
What's up, cops?
Like never in my life have I heard somebody say like 3 words, and I just immediately want to stab them in the fucking windpipe.
What's up, cops?
And I'm pretty sure Quebble Cop just does fucking all of his videos are AI now.
Yeah, he has an AI that plays Minecraft and an AI that is him talking about playing Minecraft. And it doesn't match up. He goes, I am currently using a pickaxe to mine some stone. And then the footage is him mining a tree.
It is. That's crazy. I need to get in on that fucking grift so bad. The AI
crazy.
slop grift.
I was working with some
dude,
AI
speaking
stuff.
of AI slop, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. Speaking of AI, I found this shit called Yap Dollar, and
what do you
the Chinese found Five-ish. Do you know what Five-ish is?
Sounds like Fiverr.
It's not Fiverr. What it is, Five-ish is one of the worst PR nightmares the Jewish community has ever seen. Because essentially, and this is not meant to be anti-Semitic. This is 100% real. A Jewish guy was like, man, Jewish kids need something like Barney, but let's make it Jewish.
Okay.
So Five-ish is a giant, he's a guy in a $5 bill costume, and the $5 bill has eyes and a mouth and like Mickey Mouse gloves and shit, and he educates Jewish children on like Shabbos and stuff like that.
Are you sure it's not like a clip art version of like a money sign?
No, it's not. It's Five-ish is live action. It's fucking live action. It's a real thing that's a Jewish guy sat down and said, "This is gonna be great." I don't know where he came up with the idea to make it a fucking stack of fives, but here we are. So anyway, I found this Yap Dollar thing, right? And it's just like AI Five-ish, and just like it just narrates essentially like, you know, those like Chinese project videos where it's like they pour water into a bowl and they freeze the water and then they take the water out of the bowl and they smash it with a hammer and that's the end of the video.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, well, you learned something. It's shit like that, but it's this Yap Dollar. It's Five-ish, and he's like speaking over it, but there's like Chinese mixed in with it, and he always ends the video with Zhao Kong Shu, and he like flies into the distance. I found more of this shit. And apparently the Chinese found like the Red Scare podcast, and they found the Adam Friedland show, because now they have AI Nick Mullen and AI Adam Friedland and AI Dasha Manisova or whatever her name is narrating the same type of shit.
Can you imagine if there was an AI like me and an AI you talking about this stuff?
I know. And I was thinking that like. The one that I saw that was like Adam Friedland, it was Nick Mullen explaining why you should use like Dagong Lao or something like nitroglycerin solution, and why
like
using Chinese nitroglycerin solution. Yeah, no. And it's like an AI Nick Mullen voice, and he's just saying why you should use this specific Chinese fucking glycerin stuff, and it's like, I'm like, what if they did this to us? What if there's some Chinese guy on fucking Weibo or whatever their fucking social media is that's just like, these guys are so funny. They talk about a funny video game, and they talk about Borderlands, and I want to make them say why Chinese cell phones is best. Like,
and then you just
I
hear
would feel
our
honored. I'd be
voices on
weirded
his
out, but I'd feel
videos.
honored.
You hear, I really appreciate the use of 5G on Shingo Shimai Hui, my favorite website. Shimo Hayo Hui.
Yeah.
I just made a bunch of
noises. Yeah, that's pretty much and that's how these AI videos.
I did not.
But it's just crazy. Because I feel like before they do any of that shit, they'd be like, oh, Tom Hanks. Let's get Tom Hanks AI to support this shit.
But no, they have
like, they have, and it's like niche e-celeb. Like it was specifically Red Scare, which is just Girl Come Town, and it was Adam Friedland show, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I listen to Red Scare sometimes. I mean, it that
just
podcast
sounds like you're talking about
it's just too
communist Russia.
Yeah, well, it's just two like women who are underweight who would just have vocal fries and they just yap back and forth, but occasionally they say funny stuff. But like Adam Friedland show, I listen to that shit all the time. And just to see something strange like an AI promotion for Chinese companies and like Chinese propaganda and all this shit is fucking crazy to me, man. I really hope the Chinese find this fast so that I can see that shit, because I feel like it'll give us some good viewership.
Can we get some royalty fees out of it? Is that possible? Can I contact somebody and get like 20 cents a video?
That's what I'm saying.
20 cents a video, dude, like my dad's Rakuten checks he gets every once in a while. It's quite literally what Rakuten is. It's crazy.
Get me in on that.
My dad gets like 20 cents from Rakuten every day.
His racketeering checks.
I'm not saying that. But
damn, dude.
But yeah,
the
I think it's really
checks.
interesting for Rakuten.
Your dad's like, hey, where's my fucking 20 cents from the racketeering checks? Hey, I've racket for like 90 fucking years.
I don't
Get out of the fucking neighborhood.
I don't even remember what Rakuten does to give you money. I think they straight up just like shoot somebody and steal their money and put it digital. I have no clue. I have no clue how they make their money. Honestly, they might have killed World of T-shirts to get this money, which is rather unfortunate.
Well, fuck, dude. If your dad's getting only 20 cents, they probably aren't making that much money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. World of T-shirts. That poor boy gets jack shit. That guy makes like $20 a day.
That motherfucker's in Puerto Rico. No, he makes more than that.
I remember
Definitely makes
like
more
at
than
one
that.
point it was 20 a day or maybe like 200, and he just drank it all away. Poor Mr.
Yeah, and he's still doing that.
Poor World of T-shirts, man. He used to have a beef with Daniel Larson.
I feel only kind of bad for him.
Yeah, he used to have a beef with Daniel Larson.
Who won the beef?
So
I'd say Josh Block. I'd say Josh Block won the Daniel Larson beef because Daniel Larson's going to a state hospital for fucking threatening the White House with a bomb or some shit. Like,
I like how
I would say Josh Block fucking won.
I like how Keemstar has a fucking podcast called Lolcow Live, but he doesn't have like World of T-shirts or Mr. Based on it. He just has Wings and Boogie, and that's it, and Tommy.
Yeah,
but no one talks about Tommy.
He should get fucking. Yeah, he should get Andy Ditch on there. The fucking poop squatch. He should totally get him on the fucking Lolcow Live.
You know those?
I would shit bricks.
You know those Instagram reels where it's like prisoners calling from a phone in the prison, and they're like, Samantha XHO number 12457. I just want to meet a man who's like a foot taller than me, and we can talk later. Like, just give me about 5 years, 10 years. And then we can meet up. And then it goes to another reel of the same thing.
Looking for love.
I really want somebody to just like contact that person and put them on their pod. Hello, I'm Samantha 12HX12, and today I'm going to be live from the prison for this podcast. That'd be so fucking cool.
We could get prisoners to do this. If we gave them $20 to feed their drug habit or like to go towards commissary, we could get any inmate we wanted to on this show that has internet access. There's no way.
My ass just thought about Mr. Cosby, getting him on the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, Bill Cosby.
I don't know if we could say that one.
Never.
It'd be like
former friend of the show, Bill Cosby.
Definitely. But for some reason, that's the first name that came to mind. And then there's Andrew Tate. Can you imagine Tate on this pod? He would just be talking for 45 and we'd be talking for 15. Yeah. And whenever we talk, he just mutes us to keep talking.
I'd let him. I'd totally let him. I'd let him mog the fuck out of us. I think that would be... I don't even like Andrew Tate, but I feel like if there's anybody who like we could just let do that, it would be him, and there would be no ill ire against us.
I feel like it would be that or getting Mr. No Ranks from our Discord on here. Because I feel like No Ranks would just talk over us the entire pod, which would be kind of funny.
I think he'd be better than that.
I don't know.
I think he'd be a good guest, genuinely. He's a smart guy. He's got a lot going for him, you know. Can I show? I got a new gun. I could probably show that off.
We're at the ladder.
At the here,
we're at the tail end of the pod. I think it's fine. If you want to showcase
this is the new gun, the new strap, the SIG P320 M17.
Damn.
This thing... So like I trained the Green Berets, and one of them as a gift for training the Green Berets was like, here's my gun, I've killed 19 Taliban with this thing. So I mean,
impressive.
There's like hash marks in it, like you can't see them because of the camera quality, but there's definitely 19 hash marks in there. But but it's a pretty nice gun. It's a very nice gun.
Don't do that.
It's a very
Jesus.
cool gun.
Jesus. Hold on.
It
I
is
had a late
unloaded. I'll make
reaction,
that
but I
clear.
Put my
It's
hands up there.
it's unloaded.
Yeah,
But,
I saw the clip.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
I saw that the
All right,
clip
enough of
wasn't
that.
in. You're fine. It'd be different if you were
Clip?
like the.
Whoa.
It'd be different if you were like that live streamer guy who was like, check this out, and he has his pistol and he shoots straight next to his laptop, and he goes, and then he gets
I've seen
banned
that.
like 5 minutes later.
That guy is a fucking retard. You have to be really retarded to have a negligent discharge.
Like, dude didn't even put the safety on just in case there was something in the chamber. He just went bam right into his desk.
Yeah, this is one of the mags that came with. It came with two 21 rounders. This one is a 20 rounder and then a 17.
I said the wrong thing.
I got set up.
I said it was a clip. I did the accidental sneako mess up. I did the sneako mess up there. I apologize. My goodness.
A sneakoian slip, as they say in the business.
How does Sneeko still have a fucking job?
I have no idea. Now he's gone off the
like
deep end because he's like, yeah, you should be able to have sex with 15-year-olds, and people are like, why should you be able to do that? And he's like, well, according to the Quran, and then he just goes off, like, makes up some bullshit. But no, like, that's being pro pedophilia is a very weird stance to take in general, you know. And I guess it's the fact that it's like a based red.
It's not
right,
even red pill.
right
It's just
master.
a fucking freakazoid idea.
Yeah, that guy sucks. But it's crazy to me that somebody could sit there and, like, in the modern era especially, just be like, yeah, you should be able to do whatever you want to 15-year-olds.
Well,
like, dude, what are you? What the
I know
fuck?
Sneeko is a nightmare person, right? But I feel like Andrew Tate made him that way a little. Just a little. I'm not saying it's all Andrew Tate's fault, because you look at Sneeko preaching in the past, like 7 years ago, he has always had this weird superiority thing towards other people and other things.
Well, Sneeko's just a fucking grifter is what he is. He'll do anything he can just to get people to give him money on stream. That's why he's doing the whole Muslim thing. He's not even a real fucking Muslim. He's just doing it so that he can get, like, clout from online Muslim community people to give him money on stream and, like, send him super chats and shit.
Damn.
That's my take on it, straight up.
I feel like I don't know, there's just been a lot of decline when it comes to the whole misogynist hype beast section of the internet. And that's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. But it's also interesting to see, like, all these other guys coming up that do the same kind of shit. Like, it's kind of like the Mr. Beast thing, where there was just one guy, and now it's like 12 to 30 guys doing the same content. It's really weird.
Yeah. And like the thing with the whole, like, vehement misogyny thing that was being pushed, like, literally 1, 2, 3 years ago or whatever, that you don't see now. I think a lot of people who would be into that are just kind of at a point where they're just like, yeah, I think women kind of suck, instead of just being like, women are the worst, and they're demons, and they're horrible, and they should all die. Like, a lot of people, including me sometimes, like, are just like, yeah, women kind of fucking suck. Like, there's aspects of them that are kind of that just suck. But you know, like, there's no real hatred there. There's just, like,
you know, like,
just a passive distaste.
We suck too sometimes. I mean, we're not openly emotional all the time. That's the main issue with men.
What do you do?
We hide our shit.
Men
all
are
the
perfect.
time, man.
Men are perfect. There's nothing wrong with us. I don't know what you're talking about. Men are perfect, and especially because we're white men. White men here, everybody else here. You know, and that's on God. That's on God, bro.
Reminder that was a joke. Reminder. This whole pod is not professional. This is a joke.
I mean, anybody who listened to that was like, this. How could he say that? He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot.
I mean, we have a disclaimer. If you made it this far, we did have a disclaimer. It's kind of hard not to see the disclaimer. I even make a funny little radio noise that goes so you fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Like it's there.
A disclaimer sounds like the name of like a battle rapper from like the mid 2000s on like Nick Cannon's Wild 'N Out or something that they did the rap battles on. There was some rap battle shit. Some show. Was it Wild 'N Out that they did the rap on?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where I've seen like Blind Fury fucking highlights, because that guy is really good at rapping.
I've just seen,
especially off the dome.
I've just seen like this one skinny white lady. I do not remember her name. She's like 30, and she, unironically, goes pretty fucking hard on some people. She like gets good rhymes in. She doesn't have a flow. Yeah. She just kind of says it in rhymes. It's more like poetry than anything, but her rhymes are really fucking good, and she just destroys people every time.
Yeah, you got to check out like Blind Fury battle rapping people. I mean, he's a blind guy, but he's like he can't see shit, so he's just like constantly, I guess, in his head. But he's like insanely good at battle rapping. Like he doesn't even need to like look somebody up and down, literally, to fucking insult the shit out of him. I mean, he burns people bad. Like I think he won one of the battle rap or one of the competitions like all the way through. Like he was that good. Yeah, you check out Blind Fury, dude. That guy rules on Wild 'N Out.
Something that I continue to do every at least once a week right now is sharing random hardcore wrestling clips to you. I don't know why. There's just a vibe in my head that those things would be like super fucking entertaining. And yesterday,
I like them. I like seeing that shit.
Yesterday, because I kept fucking sharing stuff like that, I saw Dean Ambrose, professional wrestler Dean Ambrose, get his shit fucking thrown directly into a bed of nails. And I was like, how does the bed of nails not fucking puncture your lung? I've never figured that out. I don't know if it's like the bluntness of the nails need to be a certain way or what, but you would think it punctures your like lung.
Yeah, that's an interesting observation. I didn't think about that. We should totally try and if we ever hang out again, we should totally go to a deathmatch wrestling or something. I think that would be so badass. They do them up in Cleveland still.
It'd probably be a CZW show in like Kentucky that we can cross-reference to.
Oh yeah,
that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, with the CZ75 from Black Ops show.
Yeah. The CZW is Combat Zone Wrestling, and it is hardcore wrestling. They used to be owned by a guy named Zandig, better known as Jesus. Whenever he was cutting a promo,
like Danzig.
Yeah.
Creepy Danzig.
His last name was Zandig. He was John Zandig. And he kept winning tournaments and shit, and they got pissed off at him because he was kind of politicking like Inoki does in Japan. And they were like, fuck off with that. And he went, okay, I'll just sell the company, whatever.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he just went, fuck it, I'll just sell the company. They don't fucking need me. I'm the guy that put fish hooks in my fucking back and got carried up and tore up my skin on my back and tore out muscles in my back, but whatever.
Yeah, what have you pussies done?
Yeah.
That was probably his response.
But also,
what have you pussies done?
Also, CZW is not the most like profitable of all the pro wrestling orgs. And they still do crazy shit like light tubes. They still do crazy shit like piranha tanks, I think they did one time.
What the fuck?
They do bed of nails over there. They have a tournament that is all death matches.
Oh, nice.
It's literally called like Tournament of the Death or something like that. And every single match is a death match. And I don't know why, but there is a morbid curiosity to go to one of those shows and see all those death matches.
Well, you can't really see. There's no way to see people like fight to the death anymore, and I feel like that's closest. Because back in the day, you could do that. Like probably like from the 1700s and below that, you could very easily see people fight to the death just for your own entertainment.
I bet
you
was
don't
a
get
whole.
That shit anymore.
I bet there was a whole side betting during slavery about it too, over in America.
There was.
Yeah.
There was. Django Unchained. They had that one scene where they say the N-word like 12 times just within the span of like 3 minutes. But Leonardo DiCaprio's like has like black dudes fighting each other, and he's like, take the hammer and bash his brains in, and he makes this black guy take a claw hammer, I think, and just fucking beat a dude's fucking skull in. But that shit really happened. They used to do that shit. It was really fucked up.
But like now, pro wrestling is more of an entertainment thing where they try not to get hurt. If you looked at 90s, early 2000s, 80s, heck, back in the fucking like 50s, injuries were way more common and way more fucked up than they are now.
I'm pretty sure the Iron Claw was like actually something that legitimately hurt people because it would press in on their temples really hard.
Yeah, that's why Ric Flair has like a dent in his head, like right here. It's because of Kevin Von Erich fucking crushing in his skull. He has a literal dent in his head. It's also where he cuts all the time, and that's a whole thing. He cuts up there to get all the blood out. But
God damn.
There was also I'm just jumping around with wrestling real quick. Eddie Guerrero had a match, and they were like, "Oh, Eddie, you need to bleed to make this guy look strong." And he went, "Okay." Fucking got an artery immediately. Just fountain of blood coming out of his forehead.
Holy fuck.
High pressure and everything. Just
that's brutal.
And his
Holy
face
shit.
just got covered, and he's crying, and he's still wrestling somehow. I'm like, how are you not? This was about a year before he died, I believe.
Yeah, dude, take that guy off the front lines. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just fucking. Same thing with John Cena, I believe. It's either that or he was very fucking, like, juiced up to the point where he could just bleed a fountain. He was fighting Carlito, I think, in, like, 2007. And he got cut right here. And it just fucking covered his face. Like a fountain of blood down his face. It was crazy looking.
That's so sick.
But yeah, like, sometimes wrestling is just a little too crazy for people. And it sucks, you know? It sucks to get too crazy when it comes to pro wrestling. That's how you have people die early. Yeah. You know?
But then you got death matches, and that's the whole fucking purpose, is for people to just gush blood everywhere and then walk out with, like, they walk out with the hardware stores with nails and screws embedded into them.
There is a unsanctioned, unqualified, underqualified match that the Raza twins did. And one of the brothers got fucked up so hard he had a big chunk of his back poking out of his body, and he had to go to the hospital.
Fuck. I would imagine that would be a hospital-worthy fucking ailment.
And he used light tubes, he used barbed wire, he used baseball bats, he used a crowbar, I think, at one point. He used plasterboard and fake glass.
Damn.
But it's not sanctioned, so that's all coming out of his wallet to fix himself and to host this event where he almost died, which is not smart at all. Do not do that unless you are trained to do so and you know exactly where to hit, or you will fucking die. It's that serious when it comes to death matches. It's one of the
all it takes is you meant to hit the guy in the face, but you hit him in the neck, and oh no, that's his jugular.
Yeah.
And now he's leaking
Yeah, you
everywhere.
fucking killed
he
him.
has 3 minutes. He's got 3
You
minutes,
fucking
guys.
killed him. There is... I'm going to say this one last thing about wrestling real quick. Some guys hide a blade in certain parts of their outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, there used to be more of these things called receipts, where one guy would look at the other guy a little wrong and piss off that guy. And he would hide that he's pissed until he got to the match. And then he would fucking stab the guy with the blade.
What the fuck?
Straight up. That happened at least like 3 or 4 times in like the 90s and 2000s, where a guy would hide a blade and just fucking slash a guy out of retaliation. It's fucking crazy how pro wrestling is.
Yeah, man. That's some like Razor Gangs of Scotland type shit.
Something, man, something. But now that I'm cycled out of wrestling, thank you guys for watching yet another, or listening to yet another Northwest Trenches podcast. I believe this is 32. This might be 33.
Thanks for watching the fucking broadcast, you cunts.
Have a good one.